Tearing out pieces of me to replace the broken pieces of you. Tearing out.
Hello, wealthy family, and welcome to today's Mindset Monday. Thank you for coming and sharing some time with me. Welcome, new subscribers. Thank you for joining my channel and helping us grow. So today we are going to talk about why you should live a clutter-free life. As I was, vigorously cleaning my bedroom, I don't live in mess, but things can be a little cluttered. I don't like to be organized or sterile and things of that nature, but I can't have too much of a mess. I'm a Pisces. I like going willy-nilly, but I have Sagittarius rising, and I like to be kind of organized, right? Eventful and strategic in certain things. So I can have some mess, but I can't have chaos. I definitely cannot have dirt around me. Every day I'm sweeping, twice a day, sweeping my dog's hair. And it's always because I have implanted in my mind, my mom always saying that God doesn't live in chaos, right? You can have a messy room, but if you make up your bed, it looks clean. Whenever I walk into somewhere that's clean and organized, I feel so refreshed. And I don't know about you, but whenever I feel stressed or angry, I get the cleaning and I start feeling better. I start dusting things down and I start feeling better. If there's too much going on, I can't really think about things. And that's because your super conscious mind, shout out to my friend Tamika for reminding me I need to stop saying subconscious. My super conscious mind is where my goddess or my God energy lives. And you can't think clearly when there's chaos. If there's a whole bunch of hysteria and screaming and running around and confusion, are you ever able to really see things clearly? How many times has something happened and there's been chaos and people are like, well, I saw this, and no, I saw that, or no, I saw this, and everyone has different accounts because there is so much happening, there's so much going on, no one was able to get a clear recollection of things, okay? So it's the same way in everything, right? If you have so much going on in your mind, you can never quite get a clear thought. Many times people are like, I just have so much going on. And I say, okay, well, let's dissect it. What's the so much you have going on? Well, work. Okay, what about work? What's the so much that's going on at work? Well, I have this project, this project, this project. Okay, well, when is so-and-so project due? Oh, it's not due until next week, or this one is due tomorrow, but I haven't even started it, but I started the one that's due in 3 weeks. And I'm like, okay, well, prioritize and organize. You got too much stuff going on, right? Handle the one that's due tomorrow that you haven't even started, and then work on the one that's due next week, right? Start vocalizing and saying, hey, I cannot handle so many things at once. I can only manage 3 things at a time, right? Let your supervisors know. See, people will only get away with what it is that you allow them to get away with. So if you're at work and you're overstressed, vocalize it. Vocalize it. And if they don't respect you enough to say, okay, well, let's handle it, then that's not the place where you need to be. They're not really valuing you. And I guarantee you that if you start saying, you know what, I'm not going to stress myself over a job that's going to replace me in how many weeks or how many days, I'm going to do what it is that I can, but I'm also going to actively find something else to replace this income, because, we all got bills, so we can't just walk out and be like, F y'all. Unless you have really good savings, in which case it's time to shut the deuces and get up out of there, okay? But start vocalizing things. The more people speak up about things and drawing attention to things, that's when change really happens. Change can never happen if it's not known. If people are just like, oh, well, it's okay, she's never complained, she never said anything, so I figured she was okay, then you're like, no, did you see it on my face? No, because people are mind readers. Because you're not the only one that has chaos or a lot of things going on in your mind. Your supervisors do, your bosses do, your parents do. So we got to start talking, we got to start vocalizing. And also, when you start vocalizing things and like speaking things out and letting people know certain feelings, then one, that gives them permission to also say, you know what, I felt that too. 2, it also allows them to have like a deeper inner picture of who you are. And they'll say, man, I always thought you were just so strong. I thought that it was too much, but I thought you were so strong and you can handle it. And you can say, no, that's not the case. I am strong. I could handle it, but I've reached my point where I can't no more. Because chaos only begets more chaos. We have to get more clear and strategic and organized about how we do things. And when you vocalize what's going on with you, you are also giving those thoughts a space to live. You're giving birth to those thoughts. Your thoughts are your babies. And when you push them to the side and disregard them, they will just gain momentum. They will just gain energy, and they'll start clamoring for attention. And you're like, man, I really need to handle this, but I don't know how. I don't know what to do. I don't know how to I'm so overwhelmed. Sometimes just talking it out helps. That's helped me before. Where I'm like, okay, listen, I just need someone to listen to me. Sometimes I come on here and talk to y'all. And I'm like, if it's just one person that hears me, it makes me feel better. Shoot, just making the video makes me feel better. That's how this channel started, because I had so much information in my head. And I'm like, I have to get it out of my head. I have to let people know what's going on, so I can start to feel better. And maybe eventually it'll help someone. And thankfully it's helped many. But so many people have so many thoughts going on, and they think that if they vocalize it, they're going to be stereotyped or looked down upon or frowned upon. But no, it's time to change that stereotypism. It's time to change that. Because your monkey mind will only get more active. When you, sorry about that pause, my dog came. Had to fix that. But when you quiet your monkey mind, or not try to quiet your monkey mind, but you give your monkey mind space, right? When you give it attention, when you allow it to flow, it allows you to give yourself quiet time, okay? A place to think, where sometimes you're like, it's so loud I can't think. That's your monkey mind stressing you out. It feels like you want to pull your hair out. So you got to give it space. You got to give it attention, just like how you have to give your child attention and give them the ability to vocalize. And then when you're like, okay, all right, Johnny, are you done now? Did you get it out? Do you feel better now? Yes? Okay, good. Now let me tell you why we're not going to do that again. Right? Because your mind is a beautiful servant, but a horrible master. So it's really on us to control the situation. But you have to know that you have control. But sometimes it can feel like you're out of control if you have so much going on. All it is pent up emotions. So as above, so below. As within, so without. If you live in chaos and disorganization, that's a direct reflection of your mind. How does your car look? If you're in your car most of the day, how does it look? What are you going to say? I don't have time to get it clean? I'm not saying that you have to detail it every week. But if you have fast food wrappers and containers and papers and trash and napkins everywhere, it's nothing to grab them, take a little bit at a time, clump them up and throw them in the garbage. Start clearing that out. Do you have mail stacking up everywhere? Take once a week and just sort through it real quick. Half of it is probably junk mail anyway. The other half of it is probably bills you already paid. And then every once in a while you may get a surprise check in there. That's happened to me before. I almost threw some stuff away and it was a check. From something I don't even remember doing. But it was good. It cleared. I was excited. But when you have that chaos surrounding and you don't take time to clear and declutter, all you're doing is allowing more mess to occupy your space. It's like, imagine you have clogged pipes, right? The water can still get through, but it's going slow. But when you clean your clogs out, the water moves through quickly. It's the same as your energy. It's the same as your mind. Your mind is the pipe. And your divine inspiration is trying to get through, but you can't hear it. You can't tap in, tune in, because you got clogs. It's time to clear it out. It's time to unclog it and get clear. And it's not that hard to do. You just have to make the decision to invest the time to get it done. So many people feel that they don't have the time to do it, but if you woke up 10 minutes earlier, you would be able to get it done. You don't have to have something big and dramatic. You don't have to sit and meditate for hours. You don't have to journal for hours to get clear on things. But time is a commodity we all have. It's a gift to all of us. How do you choose to use it? Invest some of that time back into you. I bet you if you tallied up all the time that you spent on a job and then tallied up all the time you spent on investing in yourself, you would see a very dramatic offset. Take back some of your time and clear out the chaos inside of you and outside. Okay, wealthy family, that's all that I have for you today on this Mindset Monday. I love you all. The rain loves you all. Mother Earth is flourishing, and you should be too. You should be growing, right? Because remember, if you're not growing, then you're dying. If you're not consuming, then you're being consumed. What are you going to be? Until we connect again, wealthy family, stay alert, stay aware, and live in love.